What's up, everybody? Welcome back to Unearthly Duo. I'm Jerome.
And I'm Nick.
We're doing this in live. Let's see the live audience out there.
We're on Jerry Springer.
Yeah. Today we're talking about a very good movie, finally. We're talking about...
Wow. You were just waiting to do that.
Do you know how long it took me? It's really unfortunate that I was so quiet, too. When you were on your walk, I was like, where's it at? Where's it at? Hit it. Shaft! Fuck. And I go back and find it. Because it's just on YouTube. I couldn't find, like, a soundboard of it.
I really should have said shut your mouth, but...
You should have. We're talking about the new 2019 remake of Shaft. Not really remake. I guess it's a sequel. Directed by Tim Story. What'd you think about Shaft?
I loved it.
Spoilers, by the way. Yeah, I really liked it, too. I wasn't sure, because I heard some people not liking it before, but I didn't look at anything. And I've seen some of the other Shafts, but it's been a long-ass time. So I wasn't really sure what to think one way or the other, but I really enjoyed this one.
I mean, I knew what to expect going into it. It's a little goofier than I expected it to be, but it was in a good way. I think it brought something else to the table.
Mm-hmm.
And, I thought it was really entertaining. It's good. I mean, technically it's an action movie. There's not a ton of action.
Yeah. It's right here. Action, comedy, and crime. It's definitely more of a crime comedy.
Yeah. Yeah, for sure.
But the action is pretty cool in some parts.
Yeah, and
I've seen some people shit on the action. I
thought it was
I thought it was a good amount.
Well, you got to remember, it's Richard Roundtree and fucking Samuel Jackson.
Yeah, we talked about this in the car. So Richard Roundtree is Samuel L. Jackson's dad now because they redid that, which I thought that was a funny joke. I've seen some people be like, "Oh, they're rewriting the story." Who gives a fuck? Really, it's a movie. It's a movie.
Yeah.
But so Richard Roundtree is 76 years old, and Samuel Jackson is 70 years old.
That's funny.
Like, that's two 70-year-old dudes doing an action movie still. That's...
what's the mom's name?
I always just think of her as the girl from Scary Movie.
I know, me too.
Regina Hall.
Yeah. I mean, they're not exactly the same age.
Yeah, I was thinking that, too. When he was outside at her door at the one part talking to, like, one dude kept walking out.
Like
I was like, she's probably, like, 40 years younger than this guy. Maybe, like, 30, but, like...
She's probably closer to the age of the kid than...
Yeah, I was thinking that.
But whatever, it was still good. It was fun. It was really funny.
Yeah.
And I liked how, like, the son was politically correct, but Samuel Jackson wasn't. Yeah.
That made it more fun. It didn't seem like because they had a lot of offensive jokes in this.
Yeah.
Which I like. I like in movies because a lot of movies don't have the balls to do that now.
No, everyone's afraid to.
Yeah. And I like the dynamic between them because, like, the son's like, "Hey, Dad, you're wrong," and he's like, "Really? Why?" And, like, it totally fit, and because it seemed like that's how everyone talks now with their parents.
Yeah.
Like, their parents are still back there, and they're like, "Yeah, you can't talk to them now." He's like, "Well, what am I supposed to call them?" Like, and, like, stuff like that.
Right.
I really liked the way they did that. And then, like, the way they updated some of the stuff, like, they took, like, an Uber at one point. It's a live studio audience, and someone brought their dogs here. Who brought their dogs to the podcast?
No pets allowed.
Yeah, didn't you see the sign outside? Jesus. What was I talking about? Oh, yeah, they took an Uber, and, like, there's just some updated jokes like that I really liked. I told you to get your dogs out of here, ma'am. So do you want to go through the story? As soon as that bitch gets her fucking dogs out of here. What, is someone knocking at the door at 10 o'clock at night at our live podcast?
Mom didn't go outside, right?
I don't know why she would. And by mom, you mean the random people we have in the audience?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hey,
so
mommy.
I really... So is this the second... de-age Samuel L. Jackson movie this year?
Did they de-age him?
In the beginning, I thought they did. I wasn't positive. In that first scene when they're in the car and they have, like, the young JJ there.
I just think he, like...
Because his beard seemed darker. Like, he seemed de-aged.
They probably just put a little dye in his beard.
I'll look it up. I was almost going to look up Shazam.
How funny was it when you first see Shaft, like, in present day? He answers the girl answers the door, first of all, and she's topless.
Yeah.
And then Samuel Jackson has glitter all over his beard.
That was... I didn't expect... Once that happened, I was like, oh, Jesus.
That was funny.
I don't see anything about it. I just see a lot of him wanting to be in Star Wars again as Mace Windu.
He needs to get over that.
But I don't see anything about it. Maybe he wasn't de-aged, but I thought maybe they did. But anyways, I like that part when, like, they're in the car together and they're talking. She's complaining about him being too much into Shaft and blah blah blah, and he's seeing like all these people kind of get together, they're parking their car and all this stuff, and there's a whole shoot. I really liked that scene.
Yeah.
And he gets back in the car and he realizes there's a baby there.
I never expected there to be a baby there, which is dumb.
I didn't either. I
knew.
just thought that would happen after the fact. I thought maybe they didn't break up there, but then they did. I liked that a little bit.
Yeah.
And then they even go back to later and show the bad guys watching the whole time.
Mm-hmm.
It reminded me of like old movies like that, where like there's an evil villain lurking in the background, like twirling his mustache, kind of.
Yeah.
Get the fuck out of here, you little gnat. But so it starts out there, and then you get a cool like, previously on Shaft, and it goes through like all the movies. So does that scene take place before some of the movies? Because you said he threw his badge. That's from like the third movie or something.
Yeah, I think the timeline it was because that was the 80s. Yeah, and he throws his badge at the judge and quits being a cop in the beginning of the last movie. So, yeah, that was before all that.
And yeah, so I thought that was kind of neat that they did that.
I thought it was cool that they included that. Yeah,
I really liked them. I liked their opening credits thing too. They did like how they had that and like the name they had like the directed by or whatever like inside the title and all that.
And it like looked old even though it wasn't really. And then it popped up like 1989 or 87.
You get a montage of him sending gifts to little JJ, gives him condoms. What did he say he gave him that the mom didn't give him? It was like it was something based like to a strip club and like a VIP pass, like $500 and something like that.
Yeah, it was something like that. I don't remember.
I
like how the one box with all the Playboys in it was just a box with a piece of duct tape on it.
Yeah, but every other one was like a real gift now, and he's just like, "Here's a box of Playboy."
Well, no, but like just the way he wrapped it. Like the first one it was a bag. It said to JJ from Shaft.
Mm-hmm. And it just like slowly got worse and worse as time went on. Yeah. So then his son grows up.
Which, by the way, I just want to say, if someone gave me a Super Bowl ring, I'd be thrilled.
Even I would think that's cool, and I don't care about football really.
He had it on top of his refrigerator.
Yeah, I still think that'd be pretty damn cool.
Yeah, me too.
But so he grows up, gets in the FBI. You see in the montage, he's his childhood friend that defends him. And so you see his friends, and then his friend comes back from the military. Apparently, they hang out. This story is very predictable. You can easily tell his friend's gonna die because he wants to talk to him. And he's like, no, I gotta go away. And then he dies, overdose, got way too much drugs in his system. And then the story kind of goes over there. He's trying to find out who killed his friend. Ends up being connected to Samuel L. Jackson, Shaft's bad guy that shot him in the beginning. Mm-hmm. And they kind of just go on a fun adventure from there on.
Yeah, and they both kind of...
Eventually leads them to old Shaft.
Yeah, and they both kind of changed a little bit. Like, he cared about his kid. And then
he became more of a Shaft.
And by the end of the movie, he was Shaft Jr.
Yeah.
Yeah. It was fun. It was a lot of fun. It's the funnest movie we've been to in a while.
Yeah, that's for sure.
Yeah.
I liked too. Like, there's a lot of little gags in the movie that like if you're not fully paying attention, you might not see or hear or whatever. Mm-hmm. Like I liked they did a couple of times where they cross the street and like Shaft just crossed it cool and his is all like he's awkward and stuff. Like that's just like a little joke. And like when he takes his girl's gun, I can't think of his girl's name. Sasha. Yeah, when he used her gun finally. At the end, and she's like, "Oh no, this is my gun." And she's putting it in her purse, and she goes, "Yeah, JJ's gonna have to buy me more bullets." Yeah, there was a lot of little things like that that were really funny.
Yeah, no, it was a really funny movie.
Yeah,
I was almost.
This is the first movie we've seen in a couple weeks that I want to watch again.
Oh yeah. It was cool too, and the last fight scene at the end
was cooler than I thought it was gonna be.
Yeah, me too.
The trailer makes the action and some of the stuff in this movie seem... I don't know if I don't remember the music they used or whatever, but they make it look very lame. Like, the part of him hitting the window in the trailer, I was like, oh, come on. Like, it seemed very cliche and stupid. Mm-hmm. But then it ended up being one of my favorite parts of the movie. It was when he's banging against the window, and then it's, like, all action music and stuff, and they're shotgunning people and all this stuff's going on. He just, like, can't get in. It was really funny, but in the trailer, it seemed so stupid.
That fucking gun that Samuel L. Jackson had.
That shotgun?
That was fucking sweet.
Yeah.
He's just blowing fucking people away.
That part of the movie had two of my favorite parts. That part with him getting in the window and Samuel L. Jackson's like, what the fuck are you doing?
Yeah.
And then the one when original Shaft, it gets to that guy and he's like, oh, let's do this old school. We're both out of bullets. And then he punches him and he's like, oh, wow, that was pretty good. And the guy pulls out a knife and he's like, okay, let me get mine. And just shoots him.
Yeah.
Because then later on, I like Samuel L. Jackson. Like, this is another one of their little gags that I liked. He's like, well, you just back here having a knife fight with a guy? He's like, no, I shot him.
Yeah.
Like, they all seem to have really good chemistry.
There was a bunch of times where I was just literally laughing out loud.
A lot of people in the theater were... the movie was so entertaining. Everybody in the theater... I mean, there was only like 10 people there.
Yeah, I was going to say there's 10, 20 people in the theater.
But this one chick at one point in the movie is literally sitting up... Like, because we're in the reclining seats. she reclined her seat forward and is sitting up, like, attentive to the screen, like, I gotta see all this.
That's how I play like a fourth quarter of Madden.
That's how, when you're, like
online?
There's 2 squads left in Madden, or in Apex, that's
Yeah.
what you're doing.
Yeah. Fucking, like...
But she was down, like, I looked over and I was like, oh, do you think this girl's enjoying the movie?
Yeah. No, it was fun. I really liked the kid. I don't know his name.
Yeah, I wasn't here, I got it right here. It's Jesse T. Usher.
I've never seen him in anything.
I haven't either. Let me see what else he's in. I wasn't from the trailer, like I said, because one part looked lame. I wasn't sure how much likable he'd be.
Yeah, me
but
either.
I was like, Samuel Jackson. I want to see it anyways.
Yeah, I mean, we didn't go there. To
He's
see
in the
him.
new Independence Day, but we didn't see that.
He kind of reminds me of Anthony Mackie.
Oh, I could kind of see that. He doesn't seem to be in anything that big. Yeah, he hasn't been in much.
But he was. I mean, because he pulled off the goofy like nerd like really well.
Yeah,
but then
also like towards the end, he kind of like even like the shooting scene when he took the girl's gun
and shot.
He pulled off and being an action star good too.
Yeah, and he's like, I told you I didn't like guns. It doesn't mean I don't know how to shoot.
Yeah, this movie made me more sad. Oh, Jesus, I'm getting choked up over here about that Hitman Bodyguard movie with Ryan Reynolds and Samuel Jackson.
Oh, how good that could have been.
Because I wanted this Samuel Jackson with like Deadpool or something Ryan Reynolds. And that'd be an awesome movie, but then you go and watch that, and it's like
I never did see that. I wanted to see that, and then it
was so underwhelming.
And you said it wasn't that good, and I just
even the action wasn't even that great, and so like you don't even get like, oh, this is cool action. Like that movie, like watching this, I was like, where was this Samuel Jackson when they were doing that movie?
So
which they're making a sequel.
Are you gonna watch The Last Shaft now?
I'm curious about them now because I have seen them because I remember singing Shaft, you goddamn right, all the time as a little boy.
That's just weird.
But I don't remember them really at all.
I think you would like it.
And I remember also
especially since
being super stoked when you told me that Chef was the guy singing the Shaft song. I don't know why that really excited me when I was little.
He won an Academy Award for the original.
Do you think it was a nod to him, or do you think it's just because they show like relative stuff that's going on in the montage in the beginning, and they show a scene from South Park like as it's going through the 90s or whatever. And I thought, I wonder if that's just South Park in there, or if it's because Shaft did the original of it, or Chef did the original of it.
I'm sure that's why they did it. I missed that.
Because like when they went to like they've shown like YouTube clips when they got like more present.
You know what I like too is when they go to Richard Roundtree's house, and he was watching the comedian.
Like old stand-ups, yeah.
Yeah, that guy. I forget his name. I think it's Robert Morris. He was hilarious, but he died of a heart attack.
Oh, really?
10, 15 years ago. He is really funny. He was in the first house party. He's just hilarious, but he died young.
Mm-hmm.
So to see him on there,
was
just really
everybody,
fun.
people in the theater even like seemed like to like that part. And I was like, I don't know who this guy is.
Yeah, no, he was very, very funny.
That was another thing I liked though too. So like when young Shaft shows up to Samuel Jackson's house, Samuel Jackson gets behind him. He's like, "What are you doing?" And then you see like the glitter over his face.
Yeah,
they go to it, and they don't even expect him. He's doing it to them.
Yeah.
I like that.
They can get cooler than Shaft.
Do you think they'll make a sequel to this, or do you think they're just one and done? We did Shaft again.
Probably one and done, but I would go see another one.
I would too, especially now that they're all Shaft. I was like, which they'd have to hurry up because I mean, like I said, 76 and 70 years old.
Yeah.
Every time Samuel Jackson comes out with a new movie and then ends up being really good, I'm like, it's gonna be a real sad day when one day he's not around.
Jesus.
Because you know what I mean, though.
Yeah, let's not think about that.
It's hard not to when
No, it's perfectly easy not to.
Okay. But
Fuck.
So what was your favorite part of the movie? We'll get past that. What was your favorite part?
What a fucking loser.
I think we watch like Marvel movies and I'm like, oh, one day Nick Fury's not gonna be in these, and I'm gonna be really bummed out.
I think my favorite part is when he answered the door with glitter in his mouth.
Because that was just so weird.
Because it was just the last thing I expected Samuel L. Jackson to do, and so then I expected him to be goofy and funny the rest of the movie.
Yeah. Like, I think, so originally my favorite part was going to be when he's like, oh, who hit you in the face? And then he goes up and he just kicks everybody's ass in that place. And then he shoots the one guy in the leg and he's like, hey, I pointed at the other guy. And he's like, well, you're going to kick that dude's ass. I want to make sure he didn't get up. So then the whole scene, and then the kid throws the guns out the window and they chase the actual guy down downstairs. And he breaks the dude's fingers and stuff. And then they start talking about, what was that place called? Like, Brothers Watching Brothers. And I'm like, wait, what? Because he keeps calling his son gay. And he's like, are you sure that's not And like they need to change the name. And then that was like a running joke through the whole movie. Anytime someone heard Brothers Watching Brothers.
Even Method Man made fun of that.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was really funny.
But I realized then the guy's like, "You broke my hand." He's like, "No, that's breaking your hand. I fucking hate exaggerators."
Yeah. Mr. A Million Times over here.
Yeah.
If you like that part, you'd love the Shaft movie.
The one with Bernard. I should like it. Anyway, it's Samuel L. Jackson and then Bernard's in it.
Yeah, he's
Bernard from Westworld for people that don't know.
He's Puerto Rican.
Yeah. You showed me a couple parts of that. I think we even... Why did we play that? It was on an Unearthly duo. It might have been on our favorite people from HBO shows, and I picked Bernard, and that was one of the scenes. I don't know.
Maybe.
I don't remember why we played that, but I know we did, because you just showed me it. But yeah, I really, really enjoyed this movie. I hope it does well. But I got a feeling
feel like
it's not going to. Yeah.
Yeah. And the critics hate it.
Yeah, critics hate it, but it seems like the audience like it. Like on Rotten Tomatoes, the audience score is pretty high, but the critics is pretty low.
But you got to get them
But
to see it.
like we usually say, Rotten Tomatoes is pretty much bullshit. Most review places are bullshit, except for us, because we're cool. We're cool reviewers over here.
Yeah.
You don't gotta break your mic about it, Jesus Christ. But any other things you want to say about it? There's not too much of this movie. But it's a very enjoyable movie.
Yeah, I would agree with that.
I wanted to open up with a story and I forgot to. Do you guys want to know a little story? I'll wait until you guys comment down below if you want to hear it.
Are you talking about my fucking Coke?
Yeah. So as we're walking into so we get to the theater. My birthday's coming up, so I had some. I had some birthday. What are they called?
Gifts?
What are they called? Gifts on there?
I don't know. You got
I had
it.
some birthday stuff on. We have the AMC Stubbs Reward thing. So I was like, I got a thing. Can you scan it? Lady scanned it. I got a Coke. Well, I got a drink. I ended up getting like some orange Minute Maid thing, whatever. That's not relevant.
No.
And I got the world's largest popcorn.
That was a big ass bucket of popcorn.
He took a picture, so maybe I'll throw it up there. Maybe I won't. And I'm holding a Coke, the world's biggest popcorn.
The world's biggest popcorn.
And we're walking into the theater, just and then all of a sudden I hear, and he dropped his Coke, it splats me in the face. I haven't showered yet, so it's still sticky in the back of my hair.
Yeah, that wasn't good. I was glad there was no one around.
It's all over my leg. I'm
Thank
walking up the
God.
stairs at the theater because you had to go refill your fucking drink. And I'm like, why is my beard's all, my face is, you got me all sticky.
Well, I got the Coke.
Then I had to carry your nachos, my popcorn, and my drink all the way up the stairs. And I thought, I haven't dropped I haven't dropped a single kernel, and you can't carry a Coke.
I needed to carry my Coke with two hands.
Yeah.
Obviously.
I saw you. And then we get into the theater. He goes to get a drink. He's like, and pops the top off.
Well, you know what it is? So I had trouble getting the top on. Like, you know how sometimes
You didn't have trouble getting it off when you spilled it on me.
That's because it dropped 4 feet on the floor. And then I was like, should I tell someone? Fuck it.
Yeah, as we walk out of the theater, there's a stain on the floor.
Yeah, but, I mean, there's a couple other stains, if you know what I'm saying.
Yeah, someone really got excited after
Yeah.
watching Shaft.
But
Honey.
when I had trouble getting the top on, so I, like, fucking moved to the side, and I, like, put it on. Like, I took extra time popping it on, and then I'm like, where the fuck is this idiot at? And then you come walking over to the Coke, because it took you 5 minutes to put butter on your popcorn.
Well, because it was so big, I had to put butter on it, and then I literally had to spin it around to try to get the other side.
But you ate like 4 pieces of it.
Yeah, I'm not a big popcorn guy.
So then why do you have to put butter on it?
Well, I got a free popcorn. I wanted something to snack on in the theater.
Right, I get that, but why do you have to butter every...
Lady, I told you to get your dogs out of here.
Oh, Mom went somewhere.
Yeah, probably. Hopefully she got me like a Red Bull or something.
I doubt it. You have fucking 4 in the fridge.
Yeah, but then I don't got to drink those ones.
I'm going to drink them.
Probably. I'll drink one of your orange monsters.
But anyways, so I put the top on, and I finally got it on, found you, and I walk in there, and when I was holding it, like, from the top, bad move.
Yeah. I would never hold my drink that way, in fear of spilling it and people seeing
normally, it'd be fine, because I've done it 1,000,000 times. 1,000,001 caught me. But then, so I went back to the thing. Now my cup's all fucked up. Pour the Coke in. I'm like, I hope it's not leaking. I'm like, what do I care? It's not my move, dude. So then I put the Coke in. So when I went to grab it when it was in there, as soon as I grabbed it, the fucking cardboard just squeezed together and my fucking popped top. All right, from now on I'm using 2 hands. So then the whole movie I was like this.
Yeah, I saw your mistake and I go, I'm not even going to try. And I took my drink with 2 hands every time.
God, well, at least it didn't spill on me.
Do you know what we're seeing next week?
I don't have
If people don't know, we see movies every single fucking week for this. Thank God we finally saw good. It's been kind of shitty for the past 2. I'm loading up the AMC app. If you wanna riff for the crowd,
Huh?
if you wanna riff for the crowd, you could be like ask him some questions or whatever.
Maybe we get the dogs to bark for a little while you...
What's today?
Oh my god.
Next week we can see either Toy Story or Anna or Child's Play or all the above.
Or none of the
yeah,
above.
that's all for next week. So next week is Toy Story, Anna, which I do really want to see Anna, and I really
should
want to see
probably
Child's Play. I could give a fuck about Toy Story.
See, I thought Toy Story we should see.
I never even saw. Do I have to watch Toy Story 3 now? Because I never saw that. I just
Yeah.
saw the ending where it's all sad and Andy gives his toys away to some stranger person.
I haven't seen it.
Spoilers.
Yeah. I heard it's sad, but then again, it's a
Yeah.
cartoon about
This
toys.
They said this one's supposed to be sadder than Endgame.
It's a cartoon about toys.
Yeah. You never
Like, I
cried
mean,
about.
how invested can you get?
Well, that's what everyone says with these Pixar, Disney movies, and then everyone's sobbing at the end of them.
Fuck that.
Have you ever cried at a movie?
Jaws.
Open that like out of fear, out of oh, you don't even have a heart. Who am I kidding?
What?
Everybody, so you done talking about Shaft? It's a good movie. People should go see it.
Funny.
Funny. Put that on a poster. Funny. Nick King.
Funny.
Nick King. All right. See you. Oops.
Yeah. That's good.
See you guys later, home dogs. I haven't dropped a single kernel, and you can't carry a Coke.
I needed to carry my Coke with 2 hands.